Orgnar. Orgnar, are you listening?
Hard not to.
The ale is going bad. We need to get a new batch. Did you hear me?
Yep, ale's going bad.
I guess you don't have potatoes in your ears after all. Just make sure we get a fresh batch in soon.
We got rooms and food. Drink, too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell. Need a room? Talk to Delphine. Long as you clean up. You know how to use it, right? Mix a couple of ingredients together, see what happens. A little wheat and blisterwort makes a healing potion, if you didn't know. We have plenty of ingredients for sale, too. Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter. There have been whispers. A boy up in Windhelm, name of Aventus Aretino, been trying to contact the Dark Brotherhood. Lucan at the Riverwood Trader had his store broken into the other night. Oddly enough, barely anything's been stolen. Have you seen that shrine of Azura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see. Let's sate that appetite, All right then. I'm just a cook, lass. Looking to blow yourself up? I hear that's what magic does to you. There's a college in Winterhold that teaches magic, unless that blew up too. Be a lot safer just to have the Jarl's wizard teach you a thing or two. Of course. It's all in this note. All right then. We got rooms, of course. It's all in this note. Need a room? Talk to Del. Of course. It's all in this note. I ain't looking. You like skeever liver? No? Tough luck. Nobody trusts those mages way up north in their college. Gods only know what they do up there. They say a dragon attacked Helgen. Sounds like hogwash to me. Take a look.
You're that visitor been poking around. They say a dragon attacked Helgen. Sounds like hogwash to me. Word is Ulfric Stormcloak escaped from the Imperials. War's only going to get worse now. Word is Ulfric Stormcloak escaped from the Imperials. War's only going to get worse now.
But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said,
I'm the innkeeper. It's my business to keep track of strangers.
Now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed. And then came clashing and slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal.
Take what you need, my friend. Within reason.
You're kind of fuzzy. What's wrong with you?
Rolled around on the floor.
What are you staring at?
Feindal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me. She's already mine, I keep telling him. Camilla Valerius knows I'm the best man in Riverwood. That elf is kidding himself if he thinks she would choose him over me. I've seen him sneaking over to the Riverwood Trader to speak with her when I'm not around. He's wasting his time.
Give me a mug of ale.
Coming right up.
Is that sarcasm? I've heard better wisecracks from Orgnar. Still, you have a point. Camilla letting Feindal visit her isn't a good thing for me. Here, let me give you a particularly venomous letter. Say it's from Feindal. That should get Camilla to stop inviting the elf over. At the Bard's College in Solitude. They train bards and skalds like myself. If you go there, talk to Viarmo. He's the headmaster. Lucan's got a little bit of everything at the Riverwood Trader. If you need weapons or armor, see Alvor, the blacksmith. Truly. So maybe my mother isn't crazy after all. You had best tell the Jarl in Whiterun. He needs to know about this. All right, then. Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red, riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead. And the braggart did swag and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles and gold he had made. But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said, "Oh, talk and you lie and you drink all our mead. Now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed." And so then came clashing and slashes of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal. And the braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more when his ugly red head rolled around on the floor.
Riverwood's agreeable enough, I suppose, for a Nord village. All right. There's beauty here unmatched in all of Skyrim, to be sure. Farewell. Maybe you've already met Camilla Valerius. Until next time. If only Camilla shared my affections, or even knew about them. Until next time. Are you a hunter by chance? The hills surrounding the village are ripe with game. What is that blowhard up to now? So, he thinks he can turn Camilla against me. Two can play at this. Here, give this letter to Camilla and tell her it's from Sven. Let's see what she thinks of him after reading that. Farewell.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Sorry you had to hear that.
Maybe you could talk some sense into my pig-headed brother. You're not from around here. That makes two of us. Until next time. I came here from the Imperial Province to work with my brother Lucan. Alright then. It got bad back in Cyrodiil. The war with the Thalmor ruined everything. I came to Skyrim looking for a better life. So what did I get? Another war. I just want to find a good husband and start a family of my own. Until next time. What can I do for you? Another poem, I bet. He does know how to make a girl blush. What's this? If that oaf thinks all I'm going to do is stay in that filthy house of his and clean, You can tell Sven that he already has a mother. I'm not speaking to him anymore.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years. It's not like my poaching is hurting anyone. The Jarl can hardly eat every deer now, can he? There's enough for all of us, if you aren't greedy. I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years. I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years. I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
I'm just a poor old woman, dear. No need to trouble yourself with me. It's tough just scraping by out here, but I make do. It's so nice to have a visitor. It's tough just scraping by. I get so lonely out here. It's tough just scraping by out here, but I make do. Fool.
We got rooms and food. Drink, too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell.
Riverwood's agreeable enough, I suppose, for a Nord village. There's beauty here unmatched in... I appreciate your help. Please, take this. Some gold I've saved up from working at the mill. Lead the way. Still here. What do you want me to carry? What do you want me to carry? I'll show you what I know. What do you want me to carry? You lead, I'll follow. Don't like the looks of this. Still here. I'll show you what I know. What do you want me to carry? I'll show you what I know. What do you want me to carry? I'll show you what I know. What do you want me to carry? I'll show you what I know. What do you want me to carry? I'll show you what I know. What do you want me to carry? Let's get going then.
Aren't you worried someone will wander in here? The entrance isn't exactly hidden, you know.
This again? I told you, we have someone standing guard out there. And don't forget the rock trap we rigged up. So, stop your worrying and get some rest. Your shift is coming up and I don't want you dozing off again like last time.
What was that? Someone there?
Now ain't this a surprise?
Wow. Would you look at that?
New to Riverwood? If you're looking for work, go see Hod at the mill. It's my mill. Some folks thinks it's my town too, but it ain't. The Jarl in Whiterun owns the land and the town. I just pay the taxes. And by supplies, I suppose you mean weapons and armor? Alvor can help you out. He's our blacksmith. Aye.
Take what you need, my friend. May the gods watch over your battles, friend. Yes, actually. How about you smith me an iron dagger? Here's everything you need to make one. Go ahead. All right, then. Not bad. Reminds me when I first started smithing.
I've got your back. Let's get going then.
Whatever you need. Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? Just need a bit of metal and the grindstone over there. Good day. Iron or steel is what you need. Leave that fancy elven stuff to the elves. This looks good. You put time into your blades. They'll serve you well when you need them. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack. Aye. Take what you need. I could forge you a warhammer that would crush a giant's head like a walnut. Ah, good. A lot of weapons and armor need leather for straps, fittings, that kind of thing. Let's see if you can make a hide helmet. Here's the rest of what you need. Until next time. You the sneaky type? Got some nice daggers around here somewhere. Whatever you need. Buy Ysmir if it's simple and strong. I can forge it. I should hire you to be my assistant at this rate. Let's improve the fit. Take this leather to the workbench over there. Good day. You looking for a new... Yeah? You have talent. Keep working at your craft, and you'll be a fine smith one day. Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you'll remember me when you're making Skyforge steel, huh? Looking to protect yourself, or deal some damage? Aye.
Still here. I'll head back home if you need me.
must have run off.
You handle yourself well. You could make for a decent shield sister. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck. Take care not to set anything on fire. An order, and we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. My mother was a companion, and her mother, and all the women in my family back to Harati Blackblade. I stayed with my father in the woods until I was old enough for my trial. We hunted everything there was to hunt. Good training. Ma didn't live long enough to see me join, but I fight to honor her and all my shield sisters through time. Kodlak says not to worry about it. I worry that a bunch of snowberries are out there earning glory while we stay out of it. But I will follow the old man's lead, as ever. We don't just take in any milk drinker who stumbles in. Talk to Kodlak if you think you have what it takes to be a companion. Mm-hmm.
Fight with us and you'll have stories to tell. Come up to your Vasker, if you're worth anything in a fight. Good morning. Only the most famous warrior band in all of Skyrim. Have you been living with the Horkers? When we arrive, blood is spilled and our blades sing to the glories of Ysgramor. This is life, sister. The struggle is what reminds us to draw breath. Are you kidding? I've wanted to be with them since I was a little girl. Haven't you heard the stories of Kodlak and Skjor fighting off the 101 orc berserkers? Skjor says it was more like 40, but he's just being modest. Where else would I want to be but here? Learning from them, fighting at their sides. The Circle are the ones who parcel out the jobs. That's Ayla, Skjor, and the brothers, Farkas and Vilkas. Kodlak advises them, but he doesn't really give orders. Farewell.
There's a nip in the air. Cold won't be good for my crops. Never is.
Got the fleetest steeds in all of Skyrim. Gal like you needs a war horse, I reckon. None of them's older than 9, and the youngest is 6. Now the horse I got for sale is 7 years old, but in fine health. She's got a lot of spirit, that one. We've taken to calling her Queen Alfsigar, or just Ali for short. I expect you can name her anything you like, once she's yours. Suppose so. Got one all saddled if you've got the coin. Suit yourself. Ride strong.
Need a ride? I can take you to any of the hold capitals. Well, I know the Companions make their home here. Their mead hall, Jorvaskar, is the oldest building in the city. Oh, and there's a nasty feud between 2 families called the Greymanes and the Battleborns. You'll want to be careful there. The rest you can find out by asking the townsfolk. Start with the barkeep at the Bannered Mare or the Castle Steward. Good day.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you. They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready. Dragons I can handle. But this talk of Stormcloaks, Imperials,
We'll
dragons,
pay whatever it takes,
ain't no
but
matter
we
to
must
me
have
what
more
I get.
swords for the
Let them
Imperial
come.
soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Jorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak.
If you wish to
Besides,
hunt with
Greymane
me,
would
your
never
feet
make
need to be
steel for
quick
the Legion.
and your eyes quicker. Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle. Ysgramor himself wouldn't have the patience to deal with all the
Greymane or
rabble.
Battleborn? Got stones in your ears? I asked what side you're on. Greymane or Battleborn? New in town, huh? Whiterun's got two clans, both old and both respected. Difference is, the Greymanes turned their backs on the Empire, and we Battleborn stayed loyal. So I'll ask again, Greymane or Battleborn? Then I say, well met, friend. I could tell you were a sharp one the moment I laid eyes on you. Long live the Empire. You've been a good friend to me. That means something.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside. I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in Whiterun. Jorland Greymane's got that honor. Man's steel is legendary. All I ask is a fair chance. Aye, that I do. I've got to, if I hope to be as good as Jorland Greymane someday. In fact, I just finished my best piece of work. It's a sword. I made it for the Jarl, Balgruf the Greater. It's a surprise. I don't even know if he'll accept it, but... Listen, could you take the sword to my father, Proventus Avenici? He's the Jarl's steward. He'll know the right time to present it to him. Thanks. Plenty. I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't go hungry, if they're willing to work hard. The city's ruled by the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. That's the fortress there, up on the tall hill. But you're probably more interested in Jorvaskr, Mead Hall of the Companions. Their deeds of war and valor are legendary. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
I work with my mother to sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, but hard work.
Isolde, was it? What brings you to the market?
I'm here to buy food, Nazim. I suppose you don't need to worry about that.
Owning a farm does have its advantages.
Come to chat with an old woman, Do your good deed for the day? My friend Maven and I... Have you met Maven in Riften? We know our place in this world. Know the place of others, too.
Life's hard enough with all these men propositioning me. But that bard is the worst. You've got no idea. Half the men in Whiterun have proposed to me. Some were even single. They'll never understand. No amount of flowers or honeyed words are going to change my mind. Right now, all that matters is my daughter Mila. No man's going to get between me and my little girl. That bard Mikhail is begging for a dagger up against his throat, the way he goes on about me. I heard him boasting at the Bannered Mare, saying he'll conquer me as a true Nord conquers any harsh beast. Huh! If you want to try, go right ahead. I don't think anything will get through that thick skull of his, though. Remember, fresh fruit and vegetables every day. Mostly.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often?
Ripe fruit and fresh
what am I
vegetables
saying?
for sale.
Of course you don't.
Straight from the fields and orchards of Whiterun to your table.
It took years. But I earned my way to the top. I own Chilfero Farm, you
Aren't
see.
they?
Very
I always
successful
set some
business.
aside for myself when the
Obviously.
traders bring them up from the south.
I'm sure you could charge double for those and still sell
I
them.
actually advise the Jarl on political matters. My input is invaluable, of course. But this is all probably a bit over your head. Speak. These fruits and vegetables are disappointing, Carlotta.
I get them fresh from the farms daily, Nazim.
If you were getting them from my farm, they'd be twice as fresh.
I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn the merchant's trade. I need more experience if I'm going to run an inn someday.
Bits and baubles for sale, all crafted by the best blacksmith in Skyrim. I can tell you're new around here asking a question like that. My husband Eorland tends the Skyforge up at Jorvaskr, the Companion's Mead Hall. Oh, there's no finer smith in the Nine Halls. You should ask him about his work. It's the only subject that'll get him talking. Well, that and maybe those stuck-up, dung-sniffing battle-borns. Head up the steps from the market and look to your right. Can't miss it. My husband, you should... Well, that... Don't even get me started on that lot. They put on airs like there's something special. Oh, sure, they've got money, but they ain't got a shred of honor between them. Grey Mane. Now that's a name fills you with pride. We've got roots in Whiterun. We've got history. You take care of yourself now.
Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the Bannered Mare from Hulda. They say there's nothing a Nord woman can't do if she puts her mind to it. Before my ma and Da passed, I told them that one day, I'd become the best trader in Skyrim. I met one of the caravan leaders, Madran. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done. You'd do that? If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading. Help you get a fair bargain in the future? About the same as everyone else? They're the catfolk of Elsewhere. Great warriors, good traders. Way I hear it, Elsewhere ain't nothing like Skyrim. It's got tropical forests and dusty badlands. It sounds awful. Yeah, these Khajiit make a living traveling the roads and selling their wares. It's got to be tough. Skyrim's a hard enough land when you've got a roof over your head. Worst thing is, nobody wants them in the cities. Nobody trusts them. Reputation mostly. A lot of Khajiit turn to smuggling and thievery to get by. A few bad apples spoil the bunch. You know how it is. Yeah, it's got to be. Worst thing is, matter of fact, I do. They've been fair enough with me, far as I can tell, and Denord knows a liar when she sees one. Farewell.
You know what's wrong with Skyrim these days? Everyone is obsessed with death.
I'm sure they would love to trade in your husband's steel.
Plenty of people here that need Jorland's craftsmanship.
People have forgotten humor, poetry, and romance.
Caravans of theirs.
I love a good sword fight as much as the next man. But there's more to life. Well met, Traveler. What brings you to Whiterun? Ah, so it's gold you're after then. You need only ask about it. Plenty of folk in Whiterun with too much fat and gold to be bothered doing anything for themselves. Aye, that I do. Half all my life. We Battleborns have been here since the beginning, along with the Greymanes. Our family's been closest kin for generations, but Ulfric Stormcloak's uprising has divided us. Now, seems we can scarce look at each other without coming to blows. Petty and foolish, that. They are saying dragons have returned to Skyrim. Now that's a real problem. Ain't sure if they're taking on new members, but you should talk to the companions. They're over in their hall, Jorvask. If by work, you mean testing your steel in bloody battle. Ah, the most important question of all, that one. You'll want the bannered mare. See old Hulda. She'll keep you swimming in mead. But mind the bard, Mikael. Poncy little milk drinker, that one. Ah, man gives bards a bad name. We Nords have a long history as warrior poets. I am proud to count myself among them. But Mikael, he sings only for gold and the affections of wenches. He dishonors our traditions. May your sword be sharp, and your tongue sharper.
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thieves' den. I can't stop now, and I can't get the sword on my own.
So you're willing to starve your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
I just need to hire one, maybe two good men. You won't starve.
I'll put it plainly. You can claim your sword, or you can keep your wife. If you set foot outside that gate, I won't be here when you return.
Saphir! Wait, You tried mercenary work? It might suit you. Sometimes I miss the soldier's life, but when I hold my daughter in my arms, I know I made the right choice. My Saphir doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's trophy room. I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby, but I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun guards or maybe hire the companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you. No, I'm not. Looks like we've got something in common then. No, I'm a Red Guard. My family hails from the Imperial Province. But I left home when I was just a lad. Been wandering ever since. If you find that sword, please bring it to me.
To you we give praise. We are but mad.
Looking for my husband, Nazim? Check the Jarl's backside. That's usually where he stuffs himself these days. Men are all alike, from Skyrim to Hammerfell. They care only for war and politics, and treat their women like cattle. Need something?
I'm Assman, you said. Let me show you the power of Talos Stormcrown, born of the North, where my bread is long winter. I breathe now in royalty and reshape this land which is mine. I do this for you, Red Legions, for I love you. I love, even as man, great Talos changed. For he saw in us, in each of us, the future of Skyrim, the future of Tamriel.
Trouble?
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you. I ain't done nothing. Sure, whatever. What? Only if I can help it. But damn if I ain't almost sober. Hey, in the Bannered Mare, there's this bottle of Argonian ale. The good stuff. Get it for me. They won't even know it's gone. Come on. Argonian ale. I can almost taste it. Well, that all depends on you now, doesn't it? Bye now.
The finest cuts, fresh from the wilds. Oh yes, hunting is my great passion. That's why my brother and I opened a shop to sell hunting supplies. It's the Drunken Huntsman down by the main gate. He tends the store, and I've got this stall.
That's what I
Good
thought.
hunting.
It's not easy being a woman in Skyrim, I know. But stay strong, and men will come to respect you, and maybe even fear you.
Stormcloaks, Imperials, Dragons.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. Everything's for sale, my friend. Everything. If I had a sister, I'd sell her in a second. I'd even buy one of your relatives if you're looking to sell. Yeah, that's a little joke. Interesting, to say the least. What with all that's been going on. On the one hand, supplies are harder to come by since fewer traders are traveling the roads these days. But on the other, the scarcity of supplies has led to some, well, elevated prices. All that matters is that I have what you need, and it's worth every septum. Isn't it obvious? Why, the wonderful weather and hospitable people, of course. Not to mention my great fondness for dragons and petty political power struggles. But without a doubt, the most compelling feature of this frozen wasteland is the volley of inane questions leveled at me on a regular basis. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Do come back. You just let me know what you need. I am at your beck and call. Take a look. Remember, I'll give you the best deals or die trying. I can tell you're a discriminating customer. Perhaps you're a wealthy one, too, no?
Foolish old woman. You know nothing. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Nothing? And what of my son, What of Thorald? Is he
Chops
nothing?
and steaks fit for a
So
jarl.
don't talk to
Come and
me
see my
about
selection of the
suffering.
finest quality
It's not
meats.
easy
Your
being a
son
woman in
chose his side.
Skyrim, I
He
know.
chose poorly,
But
and
stay
now he's
strong,
gone. Such is
and
the
men will
way
come
of
to
war.
respect you.
The sooner you accept his
Leave
loss,
this
the
little
better.
elf.
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people.
My
What say
son
you in your
still lives.
defense?
I feel it in my heart. So tell me, battle.